And I will start by saying, yes, you are the best life partners that one could ever have. Thank you. All of you, I consider my life partners. As I say that, I will share with you that this has been the most wonderful experience that I've ever had. This is the last sermon that I would preach as pastor of this church. And the last sermon for a while. And I say that because you need a break from me. I would say that I am giving you a break, and then I'll be back to do sermons whenever they ask me. This has been a wonderful experience in my life, and because people keep asking me, what am I going to do now? This has prompted me to develop some of the top takeaways of my 33 years. Now, these are the things that I know that I have developed. I knew before I started here as pastor, but I hadn't developed them to the point that I have developed them now. So I'm going to share with you what I really know. And it's not something that someone has told me. It's not something that someone has shared with me. It's something that I know. I can certainly say how I have learned the importance of living a balanced life. The life that inspires me to be a personal person and to handle issues that comes to me that are hard ones sometimes. I'll start with the first one. I know there is no death, there is no dead. I know that. I can say that. My life has been a life of many trials and tribulations. My son was killed. And then as he was killed, I learned that justice is not left up to me, but justice happens if you believe that it does. Justice is not something that we give, but justice is something that is given by the person who issues the thing that is not according to the laws of nature. Justice. We often think about injustice and we get very upset about injustice. But I tell you, I know for certain that justice happens. And I don't look for it any longer when it happens, and to me, and people do things. I know that the universe plays its part and that I don't have to do a thing. Things that I know. I know again that there's no death, no dead, no dying. And I know that because I look at people, I could be in my bed and I look at all the people around me. I can go in my room, my bedroom, and there are people standing around in my bedroom. And I'm like, is that really somebody? And I'll be looking, and then they leave. I go look on my bed, and there is somebody standing laying on the bed with the legs crossed with red gym shoes. And I know my son loved those gym shoes and things, so I know that was him or one of his friends. And I could see the outline of his body, but not the face. I know that there is no death, there is no dead, no dying. I know that I see all my friends, and I know that I see my relatives, and I know they're around me every day. So I am content that I am protected. I am content that they will be there for me. I am content that there is no life. There is life after death. And there is no life for you to worry about whether it's happening or not, and if the life you have is over. It's over as you see it on this earth plane. But in the spirit world, everything is happening. It's everything happening. And I know I'm being protected in the spirit world. I know about the spirit world. They're there. I can stand and hear them talking to me all the time. I saw justice take place through the infinite intelligence. I saw the justice happen. I heard that the justice happened. I don't have to worry. I know that justice is there. You know, a few nights ago, I laid in my dreams are so real that you're gonna think I'm crazy. That I wake up talking to the people. I wake up and I'm like, well, Ronnie, what are you doing? No, he's not here. That's my son. I wake up talking to other people. And like today, I was talking to somebody who had killed somebody, and I was talking to them about where the person was or something. And I'm like, what? Marrice, they're not here. But I want to tell you this. I woke up and I thought these people could ask me what I'm doing. And then somebody was trying to get me to do something, a part of something that they got to do. Everybody got something new out now. They got these things where they make these figureheads like you or something like these dolls like you, and the dolls talk and they just. And so he said, Marrice, there's a place that you could go and they make these dolls and they talk to people. It's a whole community like that and blah, blah, blah. And then they was getting on, he was my electrician. And he was calling me, this lady's going to contact you. I'm like, I'm not ready to do that. You know, I don't even know what it is. And so everybody is ready to influence you and say this is good. So what are you going to do? I was lying in my bed, asleep, and I saw all these people lying around like I felt I was down in the little downtown somewhere. I saw all these people lying around, just lying around like they were sleeping and not moving. And I was walking around these people, then I walked through and then I'm like, what is this? And then I heard a voice say, they need light. And then I kept walking, and I heard that voice say, you can give them life. You have light. You can give them life. And so I just began to walk through the crowd and say that you deserve the best. You are the best. You must turn on your light so you can see that you are the best. Your light steals from your heart. So turn on your light. I will be here to help you. Turn on your light. So I kept walking through the crowd and certainly the people start moving. And I said, when you wake up, you'll have the light. If you wake up now, you'll have the light. And they kept moving, they started moving, more stopped moving, and they was getting up, and they was just looking at each other, and there was glowing light all around. And I realized that dream was saying, I am a light. I'm a light to the world. You are a light to the world. You may not know that, but you are a light. Each one of you are a light. And as you talk to people, you are a light. You can go on the air. You are a light. If there are people that are not feeling well or doing well and you're there, ask. Just sit a moment or stand a moment and ask that there be light all over that air or all over that bus, wherever they are, that those people may thrive and may understand that they are the light. That there is not a man or woman to come to make light. We are the light. We are the light for all. We can open the door for others. So I realized that dream was partially saying to me that what I will be doing, they may not share with me how I'm doing it. And as time passes, I will learn. But I will learn that I am the light. And I will learn as I go and see people and talk to people I'm the light. So I will still be with people, and I will still talk to people, and I will still be interested in people growth and development, and I will still work to help people grow and develop. Because I know without a fact, I am the light. I am one of the lights on this earth plane, and you all are one of the lights on this earth plane. We're all together, we could just light up this world, and all these things that are happening in this world that are so dangerous and so improper and etc. All we have to do is know we're the light and light up the world, for we are the light. You need to rise and see that you deserve all of that. We have to understand when they are at their weakest, when people are at their weakest, they need our light. This now is the time to get up and out of place and share with people what you know. And that is what I am going to do. Now, this is just a few things that I know. I know a lot of things since I've been there. 33 years in a place, you should know a lot of things. If you don't, you're in trouble. But I know that I am a light. I also know that there are no surprises, that life happens. Life happens for all of us in our growth and development. You know, one thing that I learned that's most important, and I had to learn this, I really had to learn this. I knew about forgiveness before I came here. I knew it was important. But I didn't know what I know today. Forgiveness is one of the things that hold us together and hold our world together. Forgiveness is one of those stakes that we can put in the ground, and it holds this together and hold our lives together. Forgive ourselves first. Forgive ourselves for the things we may have done to people or to others, or said about people or others that are not right. Forgive, and then move on. As we forgive ourselves, move on. But you must forgive yourself and know that you deserve forgiveness. And you must not look at yourself and say, I do not deserve forgiveness. There's nothing in the world like I have done. Every one of you have done something in your lives that's not been not in accordance with law. I can tell you that. You can sit with me and go do your life story. And I can tell you that there once or twice in your life, there are probably more of things that you have said or done against yourself or against the others that you may need forgiveness for. And you may look for that forgiveness inside of you, and then forgive others. And there's all of us. There's every one person under the sound of my voice. Each one of you have said something, or done something, or heard someone say something against you that you need to forgive them for. They have done treacherous things to you, and you say, God, I could never forgive them. I could never forgive them. I've heard daughters say they could never forgive their mothers. I can have children say they never can forgive their mothers. I've heard sisters and brothers say they never can forgive their sisters or brothers. But life is not about what people have done to you. Life is about how you release it, how you internalize it, and let it go. Forgiveness is one of the greatest gifts on this earth that you can give to anybody. I would rather you give me a forgiveness than give me all the money that you have, because with all the understanding that I would have, I I could thrive and get what I need. But if you don't understand that these things are important for you, you can never thrive and get what you need. Forgiveness. This forgiveness in this life is important. And then, I want to tell you something, listening to that quiet voice. Have any of you ever listened to that quiet voice sometimes? That voice that talks to you, that your meditation, or just walking through the house and this voice say, don't go that way. Well, I love it when this voice says, stand still. Stand still and know that I am the God within you. Stand still and know that you're protected by me, not by man or woman, but by me. That voice inside. That energy inside that is universal and runs and is over everything. Not just one person, two people, but over everything. You know, listen to that quiet voice is so important in taking care of yourself. I'll tell you a story to let you know why I say this. And give you an example. My friend next over in the building next door, she has a heart condition. The doctor from Northwestern was sending her to Mayo, and she's going to Mayo at the end of this month. So I called her. I said, "Oh, can I ride to Mayo with you? Maybe I can see those people and see can I get in." And she said, "I'll ask my son. That's fine." And so I was in the bed. And I was thinking, and that quiet voice said, stand still. Call a writer and stand still. I woke up at 4 in the morning and sent her a note that said, thank you, but I am not going now. And she sent me a note back about 6, because I guess I kind of woke her up. And she said, why aren't you going? And I haven't sent her that note yet back, that I heard that quiet voice. That voice that I live by. That voice that I walk by. That voice that when I go to bed, I ask, help me. Take control of my life and make sure all is well. That voice. And so, when I hear stand still, I stand still, and almost everybody says to me, I'm tired of you telling me to stand still. I know Priscilla, when she was on this earth plane, she used to say, don't tell me to stand still again. I said, that's what I hear. And I tell other people, stand still. Don't move out. It's not time for you to make a move. Stand still and wait on God. And your ancestors to make that move, to help you make that move. So I am now standing still on a couple of things. The governor, in his wisdom, I don't know who is directing him. I'm sure it's not the angels. But he took $6 million out of the teen program, out of the youth programs, and he's building prisons and etc. with the money. So the $6 million affected my program. I was one of the programs not funded. We all did proposals, and the fellow said to Marrice, he said, Marrice, I'm sorry, but I had not had anything that was evaluated, and they took the first 40. It was so many people asked for money, they took the first 40, and they funded those. And he said, write an appeal. So I wrote an appeal, of course. But I said, and I told my staff, and some of them, because that means we would close our doors, and some of them, don't have any other jobs. And so I'm waiting on God. And I told them, if you pray, don't worry. And if you worry, don't pray. That's what I live by. And so I told them that I know something is going to happen. I can tell when something's going to happen. My energy is there. And I know that if something doesn't happen, then it was meant to be. I always believe that. When everything when you've done all that you could do, all that you could do in the world to hinder something from happening in a negative way, know that. And it happens. Know that it's not a negative way, that it's supposed to happen, that that's divine, that that's supposed to happen for you. So I stand still and look. I do my work. I do my work. But I don't hold no hostility because the universe of God and all the angels, and my angels and everybody else's angels are in that whole making of what has happened. I tell you, 33 years have been a long time, but they've gone so fast. But the best thing that I've had learned in this church is that there are good people everywhere, in every color, in every denomination, in every, that has every kind of persuasion. The good people. It doesn't, and judge people not by how they look, who they serve, who they sleep with, but judge people by who they are and how they treat you. This has been the most wonderful experience in the world. And I think that anybody who comes here as a pastor, they will know that it's the most wonderful experience in the world. I have had great experience. I've met great people. The Roots Tigers have been one of the greatest assets to my life. They've shared with me their life. I've gone to dinners with them among people that I would not have gone among because I don't have that kind of money. But they shared with me. And they invited me to those benefits. And it was wonderful until the pandemic came. The pandemic just wiped out everything. But that was all in accordance to law. That was supposed to happen. Something else is going to happen as well. So we know that. But I want them to know, Joan and Paul, that I love them and I always be calling them to see how they are. Even though I'm gone, technically, I will call and see how they are. I will not leave a week undone without doing that because that's what I try to do otherwise. Because you all are my family. You all are my friends. And you all are my partners. You are the people that I live to be with. I don't have friends outside of this church. I have a few, but most of you are in the church. I have a few. But people ask, do you have friends? And I say, yeah, I have lots of friends in the church. I called Leo yesterday and said, let's go. I love shopping with Leo. I said, let's go shopping, Leo. He said, okay, I'll be there at blah, blah, blah time. And so we went shopping, and I love that. I love that I have people in this church that I can just call and say, you want to do this, and they want to do it, and they love doing it. Leo, let's go shoe shopping. And we go shoe shopping. But I love that. I love that there's no one that I can say has been negative in this church to the detriment of my life. And I say that you all have been wonderful, and you all are wonderful. And so 33 years is a long time, but it's not as long as it has been. And I will still be around, thanking Spirit for you and the 33 years, because you and the 33 years have been the best part of my life, and that's the truth. You all have been the best part of my life. And I would not have ever mastered getting through my son's death if it had not been for this religion and you. On the Sunday after my son was killed, I came to church because I love you and I know you love me. And I felt I needed your comfort. And so you gave me your comfort. And so I'm not going to talk more. I'm just going to let you know I love you so much, and I hope you continue to come and support this church and bring other people to this church. I see this church full. I see young people, older people. I see music. I actually saw someone. I was asleep this other night. If I can go, I can tell you all the sleepy stuff. I saw someone with a guitar in here. There was just so much action up in here. And Audrey had the tambourine, and she got up and started hitting the tambourine. I'm like, what? So that's what I was dreaming the other night. So I said, my goodness, I'm gonna stop the dream. So because I was like, oh my goodness. They wait till I need to have a thing like that. I said, that's what I like. But anyway, I'm so glad that you all have decided to remain. I say, I won't ask you to remain, and I will say you decide to remain, and I bless you. I'll tell you that on the day, on June 30th, the board will come up, a member for the board will come up and announce to you who will be running the church. We know now, but you got to come and wait till June 30th, my last day. You have to wait so they can tell you, so that can be part of the fun. Because as you celebrate me going out, you celebrate them coming in. So you got a big celebration. They're coming in. So bring them a note saying, you don't know who it is, do you? Oh, you probably do. But you bring a note. You don't have to say who it is. Just bring a note saying, I know you will do well. Love, blah, blah, blah. Give them a note. It will be 2 people. So give them a note. That's all I'm saying. All right. Thank you so much.
We love you, Marie.
Thank you, love you too.